Today, we're gonna break down the top 10 OSHA safety violations and what you need to know about them. Here we go. Hi, Ryan Hanley here, founder and president of Rogue Risk, where we do insurance differently, specifically by giving you knowledge and information to make the right insurance decision. If you find value in this content, please just tap that like button on YouTube for us. That just helps other professionals like yourself find this content. Okay, want to talk through the top 10 safety violations according to OSHA as of 2021. So recording this in 2022, the latest report on top 10, they usually lag, came out in 2021. So these are the top 10 OSHA violations. So this is workplace safety, making sure that you're hitting certain standards, and if you don't, you get a violation. These are the top 10 violations, and just so you can be aware of them. First and foremost, fall protection. This is the most cited. It's the 11th year in a row. This is not having proper safety harnesses, features, guards in place for someone to potentially fall. So this is like standing on the top of a ladder, right? So you have the ladder sits like this. At the very top is that platform. Every ladder created ever has a little sticker on top that says, "Don't stand on the top of this." And of course, if we got to reach something, we stand on the top of it. That's an OSHA violation. Don't do that, right? I mean, that's kind of a simple example, but having proper fall protection in place is crucial. And just with as much workers' compensation as we write here at Rogue Risk, so many of the claims are fall related. They're fall related. It's climbed up the side of in a warehouse. We get a lot of people falling in warehouses, climbing up, one of the stacks, falling off ladders, getting on top of trucks to reach something and falling off. All kinds of crazy things, but we're just not protecting ourselves against falls. And it could be as simple as just have someone there spotting you, but having proper safety, fall safety stuff, very, very important. Respiratory protection. If you are dealing with anything that you could inhale that could hurt you, have a mask on. And I don't mean one of those little paper masks that does nothing. I mean, have a legit mask on. The long-term ramifications of respiratory issues are incredible, and we want to protect our employees and protect ourselves, have some sort of respiratory protection in place. It's just a huge, huge issue. Ladders, we talked about it, over 2,000 violations in 2021 for ladder-related issues. Framing, siding, roofing, and painting contractors being the number one violators of ladder-related issues. Scaffolds right behind ladders, again, same industries. Having proper scaffolding in place, making sure the guards are up, making sure that all the sides of the scaffolding have railings, that we can't fall off the scaffolding, very, very important. Hazard communication. So this is a big one. Has to do a lot with auto repair facilities, painting facilities. It's not having proper documentation or signs or posters, whatever, in place to remind people to be safe. That's an OSHA violation. So not having the proper communications in place. Lockout, tagout. This is another one. So hazardous materials, making sure that there are safeguards in place that people, if they're going to take hazard materials away from the business or use hazardous materials in the business, that they have to sign out, they have to tag out that those materials are locked and can't just be easily accessed by anyone who feels the need to walk in and grab them. It doesn't mean that everyone in the business can't have access to them. It just means there needs to be a system to say, okay, John went in here, Sally went in here, Tim went in at this time, took this out and back. And I know that can be a pain in the butt, especially when you're trying to move fast, but very, very important, because those hazard materials can cause issues and OSHA violations, which ultimately you get fined for, and we don't want to happen. Okay, that was number 6. Number 7, having the proper training requirements in place for fall protection. So you're getting the point here. Number 8, eye and face protection. This is particularly important when dealing with any kind of flying objects, any kind of molten or metals, any kind of liquids, chemicals, acids. If you're dealing with acids and you don't have eye protection, you're putting yourself in major danger and creating a very obvious, the number 8 OSHA violation in 2021. Powered industrial trucks, this means forklifts in particular, motorized trucks, any kind of, a lot of this has to do with warehousing and manufacturing facilities, the vehicles that are used to move materials around, forklifts being a huge one, not properly having, not having people in there who are properly trained, not having proper safety procedures, not having proper safety gear, not having proper safety sounds or signaling associated with that vehicle, right? Like if you back one of those up and it doesn't make that beep sound, that's an OSHA violation. So that's the number 9. And the number 10, machine guarding. This is how people lose fingers all day long, every single day, is they don't have proper guards, right? And again, other body limbs as well, but like the number of claims that can happen, particularly from anyone who's using saws, that are using metal shaping devices, any really type of human-oriented manufacturing in particular, or woodworking shops, that if your machines don't have proper guards on them, that's an OSHA violation. And guys, this list, this is pretty much straightforward stuff that if you just took a second and slowed down, you'd think through and be like, that's obvious, that's easy, we'll just put the poster up. Now we don't have the OSHA violation, and our people know or our people get a reminder to put their eyes on, put their goggles on, or their glasses on, or their respiratory mask on before they handle these chemicals or this material. They do that task. OSHA can be a pain in the butt. There's absolutely no doubt about it. I know OSHA, particularly for contractors, manufacturers, warehouses, there's a lot of friction between those organizations. But the point of OSHA is ultimately create a safe work environment. If you create a safe work environment, not only are your employees happy, healthy, and safe, you have less workers' compensation claims. You have your people on the job healthy more often, you're more productive, you're more efficient. So all of it backs up to running a better business by following these simple rules. Okay. It has been my absolute pleasure to share this information with you. If this is the kind of relationship you'd like to have with your insurance professional, we would love to work with you. Best way to get a hold of us is just to give us a call, 518-960-6600. We're in all 50 states, so wherever you are, we can come to you. We can walk you through some of this OSHA stuff. We can make sure your workers' comp is in place, your other packages. We work with small businesses and particularly construction and contracting, manufacturing all day long. So happy to help. You can email us at gorogue@roguerisk.com. You can visit us online at roguerisk.com, or I'm sure there's a link or a button somewhere around this video that'll let you contact us. Whichever way you choose, we look forward to working with you.